This is the season when folks start bringing their bikes out of garages to hit the road. Plus, amid the pandemic, more people are cycling as a way to stay active and cope with cabin fever. But before you head out, there are a few rules you should know on how to properly share the road. That's where we bring in Julia Kent from CAA Atlantic with some timely safety reminders. Hi, Julia. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Fantastic. So we should start with sharing the road means everyone from cyclists to drivers and pedestrians. All of these people have to share the road safely because if they don't, there can be some serious consequences.
Yeah, and I think that's the common misconception that it's just the cyclist's responsibility. Yes, they do have to obey the same rules of the road and they have the same rights and responsibilities as motorists, but it's all of our jobs to protect them. And we are seeing a huge amount of people cycling right now amidst the pandemic, far more than in a normal springtime when people typically haul out their bikes. So it's extra important that we're all working together and that we all know what we're supposed to be doing to keep cyclists safe and to keep everybody safe on the road.
It's definitely a team effort. So let's start with some tips for drivers when people are driving their car. What should they keep in mind?
Well, we kind of look at it as a three-prong approach. So I often talk about, communication, keeping your distance, and see far and wide. So I'll start with see far and wide. So that is really about being alert and, kind of keeping cyclists and other road users in the back of your mind. So that's checking your mirrors more than you think is probably necessary. It's, looking around your car before you're about to open your door, signaling far in advance to communicate to other drivers, and moving on to the communications piece, it's really important to make eye contact with cyclists. There's some studies that show that means that we're very clearly communicating so that there's no mixed signals or miscommunication on the road. And then when I say keep your distance, I don't just mean social distancing, which we are often talking about right now, but that's increase your following distance behind cyclists, particularly in poor weather conditions where it may be more difficult for the cyclist or a motorist to brake. And also, when you're passing a cyclist, we always say the rule of thumb is at least 1 meter. Allow 1 meter between you and the cyclists. And oftentimes people will kind of overdo that to protect the cyclists and to ensure that everything's safe. So those are kind of the three major groups of tips for motorists, and some of them can be applied to pedestrians as well.
That was a good point about the eye contact. As a pedestrian, I always make sure to make eye contact with the driver before I cross the road because you just never know.
You never know.
Let's switch to cyclists now. What safety advice do you have for them?
So for cyclists, I like to talk about, being seen, but also being heard. So this is important. So be seen means wear reflective clothing, like brightly colored clothing, wear reflective armbands, put a reflective strip on your bikes, on your helmet, have headlights, taillights if you're biking at night, but also be heard, have an appropriate bell on your bike to signal to pedestrians and other road users as well. That's really important. And something probably I should have mentioned on the motorist front is never use your horn with cyclists. It can really startle a cyclist and can throw them off their course, so to speak. So while cyclists should use their bells to signal to others, motorists should not use their horns.
Julia, we only have about 15 seconds left. Can you tell me really quickly about what CAA Bike Assist is?
Oh, Bike Assist is roadside assistance for your bike. This is part of your regular CAA membership. It's already included. So you can call us in Halifax, St. John, Fredericton, or Moncton, just those 4 cities for now, and we will pick you and your bike up and take you where you need to go as part of your membership. Wow. It's a perk. Yeah, it's great.
Incredible. Really great advice here this morning. Timely safety reminders. I think a lot of people are excited for the warmer weather to be able to get outside and do some more biking. Thank you very much, Julia. Great to see you as always.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye now. The time is 7:50. We're going to be right back here on CTV Morning Live with much more. Don't go anywhere.
At Greco, we're taking all necessary safety measures to ensure